Good evening, everyone. It's Sal, Stretford Post. How you all doing? And welcome to the live watch-along between Ivory Coast and Norway in the last 32 of the World Cup, guys. Hope you're doing good. Hope you're doing fine. Thank you so much for joining me today, guys. Really appreciate it. Before I start, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you are new. And also don't forget to smash the like on the video and put your notifications on, all that jazz. Hope you're all doing well. Welcome aboard, guys. Should be a good game, this one. Two very, very competitive sides. Ivory Coast, obviously, one of my dark horses, and so are Norway. So it's a very interesting game today. Ivory Coast, of course, a lot of experience. One of the best African teams there is, of course, and they're not going to be an easy pushover, of course. Played Germany just a week ago or so, and they did very well against Germany. Well, unlucky not to draw that game at least, but this game is very interesting, and this game could go either way, as we know. There's been a few shocks already with Paraguay defeating Germany, as we know, and also the game this morning, of course, guys, where Morocco defeated the Netherlands on penalties. So Holland will be going out. Holland were one of the favorites as well, guys. So a lot could happen today. You never know, guys. The teams have been announced. Let's get through the lineups, guys, real quickly. Let me just share this with you. Let's get through all the lineups real quickly, guys. And let's see what we have here. A few shocks, in my opinion, in regards to them, in regards to the teams. I would say a few shocks. Not many. I mean, in regards to Ahmad, I think it's a little bit of a shock if you're going to say Ahmad not playing. I mean, Ahmad has been dropped by Pepe. Pepe will be playing on that right-hand side. The Villarreal player, of course, who flopped to Arsenal, will be playing on that right-hand side, guys. They're playing like a 4-3-3. Ivory Coast. We've got Fofana in goal, who plays for Rizespor in Turkey. Doué, who plays for Strasbourg. Then Kasanu, who plays for Atalanta in Italy. Agbadou, who plays for Besiktas in Turkey. You've got Conan as a left back. Gil Vicente in Portugal. In midfield, the impressive, I would say, Christ Noah Aloy, who plays for Trabzonspor, guys. He plays for Trabzonspor. Very, very impressive with him. And again, Nottingham Forest is Ibrahim Sangare, good player as well. He is playing today. We got Kessie, the captain. Frank Kessie plays for Al Ali in Saudi Arabia. We got Yan Diomande, of course. PSG bound Yan Diomande, who plays for Leipzig at the moment. I do expect him to make that move to PSG. We got Bonnie. We got Ange Jan Bonnie of Inter Milan, of course. And then we go on to Norway. We got Nyland of Sevilla. Guys, they're playing a 4-2-3-1 as well. We got Pedersen, who plays for Torino in Italy. We got Aja, who plays for Brentford, of course, in England. Hegem, who plays for Bologna in Italy. We got Muller Wolf, who plays for Wolves. Funny enough, Wolves playing for Wolves. Who would have thought? We got the two Bergs in midfield. We got Sanderberg of Fulham, and we got Patrick Berg of Bodo Glimt, of course, had an impressive season. Then in regards to the front three, Serloff, the former Crystal Palace player, currently plays for Atletico Madrid. We got Odegaard of Arsenal, of course. And we got Nusa. Very impressed with Nusa, one of my favorite sort of undiscovered players so far in this tournament. Do you know what I mean? I would say that. And I think he's a really good player. I don't know why no one's going after him. I don't know why no. And of course, Alfinger Haaland of Manchester City. When we go into the bench, we got Alban Lafont, who plays for Panathinaikos in Greece. The goalkeeper, we've got Mohamed Kone, the goalkeeper, who plays for Sporting Charleroi in Belgium. We got Christopher Operi, who plays for Başakşehir in, that's one of the hardest clubs to name, guys. This team, Başakşehir. Yeah, that is it, of Turkey. We played them before. Evan Indika, Roma, plays for Roma. He is a defender. Osman Demande, of course, Sporting Lisbon defender. Of course, very talented defender, plays there. Wilfred Singo, who plays for Galatasaray in Turkey. We got Jean-Michel Seri, of course, of Maribor, guys. And we've got Foseko Fofana, who plays for Reims. We got Ahmad Diallo, of course, on the bench today. On the bench, guys. And dropped by Pepe. I mean, that's strange, isn't it? I don't know. I think he's done pretty well so far. Basuma Toure, of course, of Hoffenheim, very talented player. We've been linked with him as well. Ale Wabi, who plays for Nice. Evan Ugosan, who plays for Crystal Palace. We've got Omar Diakite, who plays for Club Brugge. We've got Perfect Gagon, who plays for Charleroi in Belgium as well. And we've got Simon Adingra, who plays for Monaco in France, guys. Now, in regards to Norway, we got Egil Selvik of Watford, the goalkeeper. We got Sander Tagvik of Hamburg in Germany. We've got Frederick Andre Bjorkan, who plays for Bodo Glimt as well. We've got Henrik Følchener, who plays for Viking in Norway. We've got Leo Ostigard, who plays for Genoa in Italy. We've got Sandro Klingen-Lagas, who plays for Derby County. There you go. In England, of course. We've got Frederick Osnas, who plays for Benfica in Portugal, of course. We got, guys, I'm shocked this player isn't playing today. Julian Ryerson, why is he not playing today? I'm a bit shocked that he's not playing today, but he plays for Borussia Dortmund. Of course, Christian Thorstvedt, Sassuolo, of course. I think he's related to the old goalkeeper. Remember Eric Thorstvedt used to be the goalkeeper for Tottenham many, many years ago. Morten Thorsby of Cremonese in Italy. Dia Arsgaard, who plays for Rangers in Scotland. And we've got Andres, the talented, I would say, Sheldon, who plays for Benfica. I mean, a couple of players there on the bench I rate highly. I'm surprised they're on the bench. But Jens Petter Hauge, who plays for Bodo Glimt. And we've got Jorg Strand Larsen, of course, of Crystal Palace, formerly of Wolves. And we've got Oscar Bob, former Man City player, currently plays for Fulham, guys. Those are the two lineups. Looking at the recent results of Sweden and Norway, of course, guys. Basically, Norway obviously had a disappointing game last time. They lost 4-1 to France. It wasn't a good game for them. However, other than that game, they defeated Senegal by 3-2, who are probably the best African side alongside Morocco, and they did beat them. It was a tough game, but they beat them. They beat Iraq by 4-1 in the group stage as well, guys. And obviously they drew 1-1 with Morocco. Brahim Diaz with the early goal. Odegaard got the equalizer. In regards to Ivory Coast, they beat Curacao by 2-0, which is no mean feat these days because no one beating them, have they? Germany, they defeated, obviously lost to Germany in the 94th minute. Of course, Germany are at home now. They're going home. Ivory Coast, they defeated Ecuador 1-0. Guys, who England could quite possibly play Ecuador if Mexico don't beat them. I expect them to beat them, though. And that was a friendly. France against Ivory Coast a few weeks ago. I've done that watch-along for that game. France against Ivory Coast. Yeah, that was a pretty decent game. It was a historical game. Beating France in France, of course. So those are the lineups and those are all the facts and stuff like that for you guys. Absolutely. We're looking at this tournament. So basically, we got this going on. So we've already got Canada against Morocco set up for the last 16. But in regards to this game, the winner of this game will play Brazil in the last 16. We'll play Brazil. So that would be a great game. Ivory Coast or Norway, it would be a great game, that one, of course. And then obviously in a quarterfinal, someone could meet England, couldn't they? If it all goes to plan, someone could really meet England, couldn't they? Well, we can dream, can't we? We can dream and we can look ahead, but it's best just to take it that game by game, of course, guys. As Roy Keane famously says, isn't it? Take it game by game. Take it game by game. And that's what we're going to do, guys. Hope everyone is well. Thank you, everyone who's joined me today. I appreciate you all in the show. Let me get my bottle of water. Yeah, I put this out of the way. Big up, everyone. Thank you, everyone who's joined me today. I appreciate everyone in the stream, guys. I really do. Absolute legends, of course. Absolutely. Hope everyone is blessed. Let me just reset this up here. Just getting the game on, guys. Big up. Hope you're all doing well. Welcome, guys. I hope everyone is good, of course. Big up, my friends in the stream, of course. Let me just get through this very soon. Yeah, let's put that on. Big up, evening, my friend. Hope you're doing well. Big up, hello, Sal. Big up, Bobby. Hope you're well. Big up, my friend Thomas. We just lost first Spurs. It is embarrassing. We haven't lost him yet, just to let you know. It hasn't been confirmed yet. It's we haven't lost him yet. It's not official. I would say it's nearly. It's nearly. We're going to lose him. We're not going to pay the money. It's as simple as that. We're not going to pay 85 million. And that's just the thing, isn't it? At the end of the day. Guys, just 85 million. What the hell is doing? Yeah, he hasn't done it yet, guys. Absolutely. But remember, this is a watch along, guys. So obviously, this isn't breaking dawn. 100% agreed now. Is it? No, it's not 100% agreed. I know everyone wants to jump on the bandwagon. You know what I mean? Absolutely, but it's not 100% agreed. No, is it here we go? Is it? Let me have a look. I don't think it's a here we go. Let's have a look. Let me have a look. Yeah, it's done. It's done. I didn't even look. Yeah, well, yeah, there you go, guys. Another one bites the dust. And the guys, I want to talk also about big up and Marky Mark. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Afternoon, Sauna community. How are you, my friend? I'm completely fed up with this United board. I'm done with the excuses. We will not improve. Big up, Sal. And guys, there's big news coming out as well from Man City. They want Owa Bawardi as well. They're in talks with Owa Bawardi's agent and everything like that. So we might lose Owa Bawardi as well, guys. But look, now what do they have to do? They have to go out there and get Chouamini, don't they? You know, they have to go and get Chouamini, you know, at the end of the day. Yeah, they have to go out and get him because there's not many players left, you know. Absolutely. What's your thought on Rashford coming back? It's a big mistake. It's as simple as that. It's not about his talent. It's about him, his temperament, his attitude. He's toxic. Look, guys, I'm going to speak about it tomorrow on Breaking Dawn because Man United, you know, at the end of the day, when I think about Man United, I'm just tired, you know. I'll be honest, guys, like every single time, and I feel like a broken record. It's nothing I haven't said before. Why do you think I come on here every single morning, screaming my lungs out? I could easily come on this stream and tell you everything is cool, everything is cushy, and gaslight you into thinking that. How many times I'll come on the show every single morning with passion, with anger, like I did this morning, and telling people exactly what I'm telling you now. You know, exactly what people are telling me is exactly what I'm saying. You know, there you go. He's gone to Spurs because we won't pay the money. It's simple. Ineos and Glazers out, absolutely. 2-1 says Ivory Coast. This is depressing. Yeah, well, you know, there you go. Absolutely. Look, Sniper Man, he's not a fool. How's he a fool? How can you say that Fernandes is a fool? He hasn't chosen. I don't know how thick some people are. I'll be honest, Stud Man. He hasn't chosen Tottenham, right? He went to Tottenham because they're the only option. Man United weren't in for it. Man United didn't make the bid. He weren't in for him. Like, he weren't in for them. No one has picked anyone. No one picked him. You know, at the end of the day, do not make this about Fernandes. This is about the board and Ineos. You know, only a fool would believe he chose Spurs. He didn't speak Spurs. Are you a fool for Sniper Man? I don't know. Big up, Tomash. I'm so done with these lion snakes as the owner. Fans are saying they did the right thing not to get in. As I said, Tomash, my friend, as you know, I come on every single morning and, you know, I speak the truth. People think I'm here passionately speaking a load of rubbish. Do you know what I mean? And they think I'm just, you know, talking for the sake of talking. You know, I foresaw something coming this morning. I didn't really want to bring anything negative into the stream, but I did foresee something coming this morning, and I was frustrated. Do you know what I mean? At the end of the day, he has not chosen Spurs. We have not bid for him. He had no choice but to go to Spurs. That's why. And I've said this beginning. I said this from the beginning. If he doesn't get any sign that Man United are in for him, what can he do? Do you want him just to wait? I don't know. If Man United have walked away from the deal and have openly said that they're going to walk away from the deal, what can you do? You know? Absolutely. What is your prediction, Sal? 2-1 Norway. 2-1 Norway. Of course, we will walk to the right direction. All the hard work is about to be undone. Exactly, Marky Mark. Exactly. You know, absolutely. Spot on, Sal. You always speak the truth, Ephraim. Ephraim, I speak nothing but the truth, mate. Nobody has picked anybody. Because indirectly, that's giving Ineos an excuse. Even if it's wrong, nobody has picked anybody. Nobody's picked Tottenham over Man United. We did not want to pay the money. That's why we did not get Chouamini. That's why we did not get Matheus Fernandes. Now, look, again, we lose out on him. Okay. All right. What do we do now? All right. Now, look, Matheus Fernandes is not the best player in the world. Right. But what I would say, we better get Chouamini in there. Owa Bawardi, Angelo Stiller, Alex Scott. All those are great players right there. There's still some choices in the market. There still is. However, I'm looking at Spurs right now. And I told you, Bobby, that you know, they were going to pay the money. I said it. They were willing to pay the money. They were going to put the money down. And as we know, with George Mendes and with West Ham, they don't care. Do you know what I mean? At the end, they don't care about, you know, if Man United want him or West Ham want him. It's all about the money at the end of the day for them, isn't it? And there you go. And they put the money down. They are acting ambitious. We're not acting ambitious. Do you know what I mean? Sniper Man, the Real Madrid will want to squeeze every single one of us. Yeah, why not? Why wouldn't they? That's what big clubs do, mate. You know, big clubs have to pay money for big players. That's what happens. You know, didn't Man City just pay 116 million for Anderson? That's what big clubs do. We're supposed to be the biggest club in England. What are we doing here, guys? Exactly what are we doing here? What are we talking about here, guys? Game is underway. You know, I just don't get it. I really don't. I don't get it, honestly. I said it this morning. I could foresee something happening, and people saying, "Oh, you need to calm down," and blah blah blah. People have the audacity to tell me to calm down. Do you know what I mean? It's unbelievable. Can you believe it? You know, people have the audacity to tell me to calm down. You know, when I'm calling out these owners, absolutely lost that, and another player here. Here we go. Obviously, here we go isn't official, right? But it is close to being official. Obviously, here we go can go wrong. It has happened before. Very rare, I would say. But yeah, it is disappointing. And one of the players that I've wanted, and we're not going to get him, sadly. And you can tell I'm very frustrated and angry about it. Of course I am, you know, because this affects Manchester United. And I don't want to see the community. I don't want to see anyone upset and fed up and angry and stuff like that. Of course, we don't want to see that. But at the end of the day, what can we say? What can we say, guys? It's just, it's no surprise, is it? It shouldn't be a surprise. I thought Tchouaméni was keen on being offloaded with Real Madrid after his fight with Valverde. He is. He is. He wouldn't mind. He's not keen, like, I want to go now. He's reluctantly leaving, but he wants to go to Man United. He wouldn't mind going to Man United. I wouldn't say he wants to go to Man United. Who would with these days? But he's championing a move to Manchester United, considering that Valverde is about to stay. But I don't trust this board, Sniper Man. Do you? You know, do you trust this board? I don't. I don't trust this board to make the move. Here come Norway on the attack on the left-hand side, cleared away by Ivory Coast. I don't trust this board to do anything right. I really don't. I'm not going to gaslight them. I'm going to gaslight anyone. Do you know what I mean? At the end of the day. Ephraim, championing and not spending is amazing from some of our fans. Yep. I mean, it's like it's coming out of their pocket, isn't it? I mean, absolute disgrace. Absolute disgrace. Anyone who's on this can go and F off from Manchester United fan base. I don't want them anywhere near the Man United fan base. They're not Man United fans. They're Ineos fans. That's what they are. They have nothing to do with this football club. Anyone who's supporting this debacle right now, they have nothing to do with this football club. They are in it for their own personal gain. I'm pretty convinced about that now. I'm convinced that they're in it for their personal gain. Big up, David. What's going on? Sal. Where are all the people rooting for Ineos now? What are they saying now? Some of them are still backing them, David, which is disgraceful, isn't it? You know, and some of them are still making excuses for them. Oh, I'm glad we didn't pay the money for Mateus Fernandes. Oh, yeah, 1-0 to Ineos. What the hell? So how can Spurs be showing more ambition than us? They're not even in the Champions League, guys. And they're showing more ambition than us. You know what I mean? It's just beggars belief, doesn't it, Dave? Mandem, where are the bootlickers that were saying that we are overreacting? They've drank the Glinios Kool-Aid so much that they now are defending them. They won't stop defending them. They now should class themselves as Ineos fans, not Manchester United fans, because that's what they are, isn't it? That's what they are. Look, guys, I apologize that if I come on here angry and I come on here frustrated, you know, because at the end of the day, I wanted to enjoy the World Cup. I wanted to watch the World Cup, but United depressed me. I'll be real with you guys. They depressed me. And, you know, I've been fighting this corner for years, you know, and every single time I've been proven right, reluctantly been proven right. I don't want to be proven right, but I'm being proven right every single day as we go along, guys. You know, I wish I was this lucky in the lottery. You know what I mean? The way things are going, do you know what I'm saying? And I'm just really, really tired of it. Yeah, Dave, Qatar would never let this happen. No, it would never let this. It wouldn't even get that far, mate. We are a broke billionaire. We're owned by broke billionaires who don't want to spend. Absolute clownerism. You know, look, I'm not saying coming on this stream right and saying that Mateus Fernandez is the new Roy Keane or Mateus Fernandez is the new Alexandro Pirlo. I'm not saying that, but he represents talent and a future with a very high ceiling. In regards to Mateus Fernandez, I think he has ruined his career by going to Spurs. I know he didn't pick Spurs. He probably had no choice. They were only team in for him with that price. And West Ham he probably knows that West Ham are not going to lower the fee. That's what it is. And apologies if I'm a bit angry about it, but I am. I'm sorry. I have to be. I think if you're not angry about it, would question your allegiance to Manchester United. Big up Sniper Man, by the way. Didn't Barada and co have a meeting with reps of Tchouaméni before the incident happened? They already know about Tchouaméni's situation. Tchouaméni, they've spoken, not a meeting. There was no meeting, but they have spoken on the phone or Skype, whatever they do, Skype, whatever they do, in regards to that deal. And Camavinga and Tchouaméni are up for sale as we speak, but at the right price. And what is the right price? Again, it's going to be Mateus Fernandez, probably more, because what Real Madrid are going to look at, they're going to look at Anderson, they're going to look at Tchouaméni, they're going to look at Mateus Fernandez, they're going to look at the price tag of those players. And they're going to think, right? They're going to think that, well, if they can go for that price, why can't they go? Well, Tchouaméni must be more than them then, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? Absolutely. Marky Mark, you legend. Hope you're doing well, brother. And big up Sniper Man as well. Good to see Sniper Man, but don't stress, guys. Look, you know what? What can we say? The sooner the ball gets out of the better. One midfielder, and he was our third choice. I don't apologize, my friend. All of us are real fans. Feel the same way. I'm depressed. A 17th place team has more ambition. Marky, absolutely. This is the team I was raised on. This is the team when I was a child. I've known nothing different than Manchester United. Do you know what I mean? And when I'm seeing these things happen and I'm seeing us being embarrassed by Spurs, and guys, this is not the end. Tonali will go to Spurs as well. Already, you're looking at Spurs and you're thinking, oh, you know what? They're going to be challengers for the top 4 next season with De Zerbi. That Tottenham banter thing is over. Because at the end of the day, they're going to end up, getting better and better, and we're just standing still. We're stagnate. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, and that's what we are, stagnate FC. Thomas, the real ones share your pain, brother. That's why I was so grateful finding your channel. Big up, brother, because you speak the truth, and it's missing in the YouTube space. Thanks, man. Look, I won't get any VIP passes to the press conferences. I won't be invited to any Man United functions, right? Even though I could, if I come on here and gaslight everyone into believing what, and lying about everything. One thing I want to do is stay true to the true Man United fans around the world. I'm just a Man United fan. We are all the same. We all feel the same, and for wherever we sit in the world, we feel this way. And we feel angry what this board is doing to. But Cross comes in from Ivory Coast, cleared away. What this club is doing to Manchester United, you know what I mean? And what this board is doing to Manchester United, and it's a disgrace. And guys, look, Thomas, I come on here, I'm passionate every morning. Sometimes I'm so angry, like I have to look after myself because I feel it, and I feel the stress and the anger of what they're doing, and I know what they're up to. I knew there was going to be Suffolk today. I just had this feeling, that Suffolk was going to go down today. Do you know what I mean? I really did have this feeling, and lo and behold, it happened. Didn't it? Always trust your gut instinct, they say, don't they? Lo and behold, it happened, and sadly, it did. Yeah, and he's gone. Sal, if we keep Rashford, we won't have we won't sign a left winger, no. Hence, we will have money for other positions. I'm kind of leaning into the idea, even though I don't want Rashford. Rashford is a mistake. Rashford is not to do with his talent. It's mainly to do with his attitude, and he's toxic. We didn't need that at this football club. Arsenal, Liverpool, Man City are all improving, but we're looking at previous chapters. Man United and Netflix FC. Do you know what I mean? We're basically behind. We're repeating chapters every single week. Rashford is the past, and we keep going back to the past. No, if it's not Danny Welbeck, it's Marcus Rashford, and we keep thinking about what happened back then, nostalgia FC and stuff like that. And Marcus Rashford would represent a cheap option, an easy option to keep. And honestly, it's disgraceful. I'll be honest, guys. Do you know what I mean? It's disgraceful. What is going on at this football club? I will never know. Ephraim, they have no interest in United who support Ineos. Yeah, they have no interest, mate. Absolutely not. This also makes me feel bad, but I can finally share it with others. Yeah, look, good for you, Thomas. You know what I mean? This channel will always be here, and hopefully we grow with truth. You know, and not many people can handle the truth. Hate to sound like Jack Nicholson, but not many people can handle the truth, and that's why some people have dropped off from the channel. You know, absolutely, and they expose their true colors. You know, there's not many people there who can handle what I say and you know, have the cojones to say what I say every single day. You know, there's only one, which is Mark Goldbridge, and he has no reason to do it because he can just relax. He's chilled. He's made for life. Do you know what I mean? At the end of the day, and he does it, but there's people in the upcome are just kissing their backside every single day. Don't blame Ineos. Don't do this. So why are you blaming Ineos? Well done for what? Missing out on another midfielder that's going to be an 80 million midfielder. You watch. I saw so angry and fuming we missed Fernandes to Spurs. Yeah, Leeson, I feel you, man. I feel everyone in the stream, and I'm just so angry, guys. And apologies if I come in this stream and I feel like this, but you know, I do feel fed up. Honestly, you know, with this club, and you know, it's just so frustrating and annoying because we are actually not that far away as people think. You know, but the problem is. We don't want to capitalize on what we've done. What we've done is like, we're basically like, oh, we're in the Champions League now. It's what we do every time we get in the Champions League. Basically, it's Glazonomics, right? We get in the Champions League and then we don't back the team, you know, to move on and to progress, you know, and this is what happens every single time. I really pity Carrick. Carrick, he's been given a pencil to head into a war when other teams, a breadstick in a sword fight and all that, isn't it? He's been left with a road to nowhere, isn't it, guys? He's, you know, what has been done is a disgrace, to be honest with you guys. I feel for him, I do, and he's been thrown in with the Lions again, just like every other manager has been thrown in with the Lions, you know. Me too, so Uncle Sal. Big up, my friend Sniper Man. I'm grateful to find your channel and your opinions. I'm grateful to have you, Sniper Man. I've known you a long time now, man. I've known you now, what, 2 years? So, you know, we know how we feel. We know how angry we are. We know how frustrated we are with this situation. And I feel everyone's pain and I feel everyone's anger because I firmly believed we would get Matheus Fernandes, because the reason is because I think it would have been embarrassing to lose out on Matheus Fernandes to Spurs. And I couldn't for the life of me think that they would want to lose out on Matheus Fernandes to Spurs of all teams, because that just shows you the level that we are in. If Spurs, with a big stadium, who are in debt, by the way, and not in Europe, can afford Matheus Fernandes, and they're going after Tonali as well, what is going on with Manchester United? And why are people, you know, making excuses for them? Do you know what I mean? There was this guy in the chat this morning, the show, that said that we should calm down, and because we have tensions every day, what does he have to say now? He will find another excuse, Mandem, and he's not the first and he won't be the last. He'll find another excuse to back them and say we're overreacting, we shouldn't pay that money for Matheus Fernandes, blah, blah, blah. Guys, when you look at the ultimate picture, right, let's think about Anderson for a second, right? Man City only paid 15 million more for Anderson. Just like with Declan Rice, I don't think Arsenal regret paying 100 million for Declan Rice, even if they paid a little bit over the odds. You know, sometimes you have to do that for special players, and Man City understand that. You know, they understand that. You know, sometimes you have to pay 80 million for a player. It's just the way it is. You know, West Ham are not going to budge because they know his valuation. All right. Now, if we're struggling next season, and Matheus Fernandes, you know, has a blinding season, then we're going to look at this and say, well, I don't want people to forget about this moment here in time, this moment in time. I don't want people to forget about it. You know, I want people to remember where we were and where we were sitting when we lost Matheus Fernandes to Spurs, you know, and you know, what we missed out on and stuff. Absolutely. And it is so frustrating, guys. It really is. Let me just sort this out. Let me look. Big up everyone on the stream, guys. Don't forget to smash a like on the stream if you could be as kind to. That'd be absolutely fantastic. Thank you, guys, and everyone who has joined me today. Big up everyone. Thank you, guys. Absolute legends. Yeah. What guarantees do we have that we won't be outbid for other targets? I'm seeing nonsense PR pieces saying that they are targeting Aiden Heaven like signings for a midfield. I mean, Rashford would be that old thing, wasn't it? He's going to be like a new signing and blah blah blah. Do you know what I mean? All that nonsense. Rashford is like a new signing, and you know, it is crazy, man. Honestly, what we're going to be hearing, the PR that we're going to be hearing in the next few weeks, absolutely crazy. Still 0-0, guys. Good start from Ivory Coast, I would say, in this game. Good start. Carrick is happy he got the job, but he would also see the truth soon. He will, because he'd be thrown in. He'd be thrown in with the Wolves. He was 6. He'd be thrown in with the Wolves. That's what's going to happen. He's going to see it, because when he's struggling, he's going to have to defend himself, because he's going to be ruining his own career, isn't it? His own career, he's going to be ruining. Do you know what I mean? So yeah. Hey, big up Marcus, my friend. Hope you're doing well. I don't want to hear a goddamn thing about no fucking stadium from Ineos. These fuckers have ruined this team. Sell the effing team. We don't want you here. I'm done with this excuse. That's okay, Marcus. Look, at the end of the day, I feel your pain, man. I feel your pain, and I'm not going to come in here and try and tell people what to say and what to do, because I know the anger. I know the anger. I was feeling it this morning, and then you get people patronizing me, telling me I should calm down. You know what I mean? And that's what I'm talking about. I think calm down from what? You know, because some idiot who's living up the backside of Ineos, and every single one of those gaslighters that have been telling us to back Ineos all along, they got blood on their hands. You know that? Though all those people, those big platforms, they got blood on their hands. I'm telling you right now, and they should be ashamed of themselves. I really do. They should be ashamed of themselves, the way they backed Ineos so blindly. Do you know what I mean? Absolute disgrace. I'll be honest, guys. And I can't say anything more than other than, you know what? They better fix this window quick. How is it going to be fixed? Well, we know how it's going to be fixed, isn't it? We need to go out there and get Trumini, Bawardi, Alex Scott. There's players out there, guys. It's not the end of the world, but the fact of the matter is we've lost to Spurs. So that obviously that doesn't look good. Of course it doesn't. Do you know what I mean? And it doesn't give us enthusiasm and hope for the future, does it, guys? And it is frustrating. Now, look, today I didn't even know about the Trum. Honestly, I'll be honest with you guys, I didn't turn on the internet today. I was busy. I couldn't turn on the internet. So I didn't see the Mateus Fernandes thing till I walked onto this channel. And excuse my French and stuff like that. Excuse the way I'm acting. But, you know, I am incredibly frustrated, guys. I am absolutely wholeheartedly, you know, disillusioned by what's going on. You know, and it's not funny. It's really not funny, guys, honestly. And you know, they've gone missing. They've gone quiet and stuff. They're not saying anything, and that's what they're going to do. They're going to treat us like mugs, guys, and that's what they're going to do. You know, they're just going to treat us like idiots, as they always do. West Ham called Ineos a bluff, and Ineos look like foolish, absolute fools. They are, mate. Spurs are dark horses, Sean. Yes, absolutely, yes. The way Spurs are going at the moment, I will call them dark horses for the top 4. I think at the moment, when you're looking at who they're buying and the way Man United are stagnating, I just feel like it's you know it's not going to be good, man. It's really not. And yeah, I'm very, very pissed off, honestly, guys. What's wrong with this organization? They are treating the club like a mum and pop shop. Exactly. I'm so pissed off, bro. I'm almost don't even want to watch another game till this team is sold or something drastic. I think you feel the same as many of us, mate. You know, when I come on next season, I know what's going to happen. I can predict it like the back of my hand. I know exactly what's going to go on. I think that Michael Carrick will hit a wall, and I think he will start to struggle. All right, and then obviously everyone will forget about this transfer window and blame Carrick for all the the problems. That's what they'll do. That's what they always do. They'll blame the manager. That's what they do, guys. They just blame the manager, and that's what I feel they're going to do this time. They're going to just blame Michael Carrick. You know, yeah, it's disappointing. It really is. 20 minutes gone, guys. 0-0 between Ivory Coast and Norway. I mean, it's very hard to concentrate on a World Cup game when these things are going on. Honestly, it's very difficult. You know what I mean? I tried, but I just can't, guys. I really can't concentrate on it. But we are trying. Big up Bernard, my friend. Hope the supporters are happy. Any other manager would be pissed off, but Carrick is happy, and the supporters are happy because of the vibe. The vibe. Spurs are showing more ambition than us. Yes, yeah. Spurs are showing much more ambition than us. Yeah, I mean, they actually believe it. They're actually going out there and spending money. You know, even though they're not in the Champions League, and they're actually doing bits. You know what I mean? It's crazy. Hello, Sam. How you doing, my friend? Hope we're doing well. Big up. Ineos are not backing Carrick, who gave us top 3. Exactly. And the cycle continues. Exactly. Ramo, spot on. We will be in the same cycle over and over again. Absolutely. Yeah. No doubt about it. You know, we will be in that same cycle. Let me see if I can find this bit, man. Right one. Big up Hassan, how you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Feel sick because of this idiot board. Absolutely, it's embarrassing. Of course. Sean, why do you think we should try to sign now? Who do you think we should? The German league is the only place with value. Still is now top of my list. I think we should try Alex Scott. I think we should try Tchouaméni. Tchouaméni's still in there. You know, he's still available. So I think we should try with him. Let's wait and see. Let's wait and see with that. 22 minutes gone. 0-0, guys. Conan has hit the side netting for Ivory Coast. Ivory Coast are looking pretty decent at the moment. They are looking sharp. I would say that. Absolutely 100%. Looking like they're up for the task today, of course. Norway, one of the dark horses. Bernard, imagine doing an interview on LinkedIn bashing the previous manager for being rigid when your current manager isn't being backed. Yeah, where have you heard this before? Exactly. Guys, I have a feeling we're going to be here in deja vu land again. Best in class fun with another transfer, and best in class never. They were blamed that there was no value in the transfer market like they usually do. Exactly. We haven't changed, have we, guys? We haven't changed a jot in regards to anything, have we? Yeah, it's going to be like, you know what? There's no value in the market and things like that. That's what's going to happen. You know, no value in the market. That's what we're going to get from these clowns, because that's what they are. They're basically clowns, guys. That's all they are. That's what I see them as. Absolute frauds. Yeah, that's all I see them as. And I'm not even. I can't even lie. You know what I mean? Just get this on. This thing is playing up. So to be honest, Fernandez doesn't worth the money and isn't good enough for us, Sam. No, he is good enough for us, Sam. He is good enough for us. He's a good money. He's a good player. Don't make excuses for this ball, because that's what you're doing, Sam. He is good enough and he is worth the money. If Tottenham is willing to pay it, he is worth the money. He is definitely good enough and he will be a very good player. Let me tell you that right now. Hydration break, guys. No value in the market. Let's not talk about making excuses for Ineos, because that's what it is. When we start saying that he's not good enough anyway, that's just a crap, because he is good enough. I would question your football IQ if you don't think Mateus Fernandes is good enough for Man United. He's an incredible player for his age. No value in the market to sign Owen and Obertan as they did. Yeah, that was the time, Trigger Kim, when we were exposed fully to the Glazers. We were exposed fully to the Glazers. That was that time. It was that time there that we were exposed fully to the Glazers. Big up, Gregory. Hope you're doing well. we are always vindicated because we see the red flags early and call it like it is, while others are bootlicking the board. Have people forgotten we have got a lot of games to play and we do need a lot of players? They've forgotten that we're in the Champions League, haven't they? As well. They have the cheat to say we will win the league. They forget that other teams are going to be improving as well, like Spurs. No value with World Cup, yeah. Stadium being built, can already mark them off my bingo card. Absolutely. Sam, you haven't noticed yet, but we don't have a midfield. I don't think people watch Mateus Fernandes to say he's not good enough. To say that Mateus Fernandes is not good enough is just making excuses for Ineos. That's all it's doing. Glazers have pocketed the money. Yes, of course they have. What happened to that 62 million we were going to buy Semenyo with? What happened to that? You know, where's that disappeared to? You know, at the end of the day. At the moment, Gregory, what makes you think that we're going to sign those players? You know what I mean? What makes you think that we're going to go after those players? We can't even get Tchouaméni over the line. Do you think they're going to be cheaper? Can't Qatar force them out? Not if they don't want to sell, because they disrespected Qatar. People don't understand. Like, you know, they disrespected Qatar so much that Qatar, I'd be shocked if Qatar, you know, went back in for him, you know? Yeah. Mandem, in the morning show, you even questioned one of the bootlickers why he was willing to accept a worse window than what we did last summer. Yeah, because they honestly think that we had a good window last summer. This is how these fools think. This is how these clowns think. They think that we had a good window last summer. Exactly how they think. You know, it's unbelievable. I know, but this is how they think. They think that we had a 8 out of 10 window last summer. I saw them last summer when they came in. Do you know what I mean? To the stream. You know, it's clownerism, man. Honestly, honestly, I'll be real. 62 million pocketed and now 85 million pocketed. Absolutely. Trigger Kim, we need depth for all those games next season, but let's wait for mediocre signings and have Carrick, who clearly looks like someone who can't challenge the Glazers or Ineos because he is living in a dream. Yeah. He's living a dream. Yeah, it's true. He is. And I would like to think, but he's going to turn, Trigger. He will turn eventually. Once he feels like he's been thrown into the Sharks and the Wolves, he will turn. He will turn eventually. Do you know what I mean? Absolutely. He will. And then we're going to see, isn't it, guys? Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, let me just do this. Thomas, Semenyo money went towards wives and mistresses, handbags and shoes. Exactly, Thomas. Exactly that. That's where it went. Parties and all, went to all their parties and whatnot, didn't it? They mentioned Boadi, but there are like 5 teams in for him. Why do people think that we can get him with the incompetence of this board? I don't. Honestly, don't. We are linked to him, but Man City, have you heard the news? Man City have made initial talks with Boadi, and they've already got Anderson and Rodri and players like that. You know, this is exactly what we're talking about. They're already made, guys. They've already got a midfield, and they're still looking to improve. That's what ambition is. That is what ambition is. We're not showing ambition. We have no ambition. We have zero ambition, guys. Do you know what I mean? Absolute zero ambition. Yeah. It's a joke. It is a joke, man. I'll be honest. I can't even brag about United in front of my boys because this idiot always do dumb. Because they always do dumb shit. We're not asking Ineos to solve world hunger. We're asking you to sign players and do a fucking job to sign top players. Yeah, I agree, mate. I agree, 100%, 100%. Spurs with 1 game a week in LPL together with Chelsea. We are going to struggle for that top 4. We will if we carry on like this, Trigger Kim. Unless we have an amazing window. United need to sign someone, and acquiring those particular players does not another club in England. You know, Trigger. City are already getting a replacement for Rodri because rumored that he is injured and required. Yeah, they already get. Look, that's the difference between Man City and us, Trigger Kim. When Man City get an injury, they look to replace that injury. When we get an injury, we say, "Oh, we were looking to sell him, so we can't buy anyone now." That's the difference. You see what I mean there? That's the difference in ambition between the two sides. Roy Keane and Rooney gave us a hint way back about the lack of ambition. Yeah, they did. And here we are. Sal, the money went towards upkeep of private jets, yachts. Exactly that, Greg. Exactly that. So these guys want us to witness at other teams' different trophies while we're just participating. Because you know why? There's a huge chunk of the fan base, man, them that accept it. You know, there's a huge chunk of the fan base that accept this nonsense. There's a huge bunch of them that are happy for this to just occur. You know, it's disgraceful. I'll be honest, it is disgraceful. Absolutely. Happy will, guys. Big up everyone tuning in. Thank you, everyone, guys. Thank you, everyone, for joining me. I know it's a bit of a somber sort of mood for Man United, of course, but look, let's wait and see. They got a lot of work to do. They got a lot of work to flip the fan base feeling at the moment, because the fan base is not in a good way at the moment, and they better try and do something to make it better. I'm telling you right now. Can you honestly see them signing True Mini? Can you honestly see that happening? I think we'll be absolute bonkers to think that's going to happen. You know, we've lost Mateus Fernandes to Spurs. The Spurs are willing to pay the money. What does it say here? Tottenham agree, club record deal for Mateus Fernandes. Here we go. Agreement in place, 85 million. You know what I mean? Absolutely. Correct. Yeah. Criggin, wait and see tomorrow. Wait and see tomorrow. They will spin this story because shares are going down because of the yeah. It's what they'll do, mate. It's what they do. They're predictable, Criggin. Everyone can read them like a book, isn't it? You know, they're just so predictable what they do. They really are. Let me see if this will work. 1 second. Just having a problem with the coverage of the game. Still 0-0, 32 minutes gone, by the way, guys, just to keep you updated on the game, the last 32 of the tournament. Arsenal fans will talk so much crap tomorrow at work. Let them talk, mate. Let them talk. They're not doing nothing next season. Watch. You think they'll move for Cherubini? I think they'll move for him. Do I think they'll get him? Probably no. This is the thing, as you said, Sniper Man. Every single player is going to be valued at 80 to 100 billion. So, you know, absolutely. What we're going to do? Every single player is valued at that money. All the board thinks is making money by building another stadium when the squad is shit. Instead of investing in the squad, they show the owners' lack of ambition to succeed. Yes, exactly that. There are easier ways for a billionaire to make more money other than by owning a football club. Just have their family firm handle things. I don't care how they make money. If they want to be in charge of this football club, they got to obviously do better. It's as simple as that. They got to do better, in my opinion. Absolutely. I would say. Bear me a second, guys. Still 0-0, guys. Been Norway and Ivory Coast here. Sniper man, I hope it doesn't happen, but imagine if Carrick gets sacked just because of the summer window. What's going to happen here, right, is that Carrick will get sacked and everyone will back the board. That's what's going to happen. Carrick will get sacked, everyone will back the board, and everyone will forget about this inept, incompetent window. That's what they'll do. They do it all the time. They'll just blame the manager because the manager is the easiest thing to blame. It's the easiest person to blame. That's what they'll do. They'll just blame the manager. You know, they do it every time. Rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. It's the same thing over and over again. Do you know what I mean? At the end of the day, it's the same thing. Yeah. Big up, everyone. Let me see if I can find another one for this stream. The stream is lagging big time. Let me just see if I can find something else to watch it on. Yeah, it's been lagging big time this stream today, all days. Marcus, the problem we have now is selling teams are going to fleece United because they know we are desperate. Exactly. Yeah. No two ways about it. I'm just so disgusted. Thank God for the community you created here. We created, absolutely. We created this community. And yeah, look, I agree, mate. They are it's gonna be harder. The more money, the more we miss out on players, the harder it's gonna be. The more desperate people know we are. You know, it's exactly right. I should have thought 1,000 times before supporting this club in 2018. Mate, some of us have been stuck with this football club for 40 years, Sniper Man. Like, you know, at the end of the day, I've witnessed some great times. This is why I'm so frustrated because I know what we are, who we are, you know, and fair play to you for supporting Man United at the time you supported Man United because people certainly can't call you a glory hunter, you know. Gregory, there are more profits to be made by selling the club to reinvest the money outside of sports. The Glazers and Sir Jim should sell if they only see United as a way to earn profits. That's all they are. They're not going to sell until someone forces them out aggressively. We need answers. We do. Hello, Sal. Where do you go from here? Is it just depression now? Bloody no. Don't be depressed, guys. Don't be depressed. I wouldn't say anyone be depressed. I'm not going to come in there and gaslight you to be depressed. What I would say to everyone, it's frustrating. We're in a very angry moment right now, and it's true, and I don't blame you. But let's wait and see what happens. All right, let's just see, and let's play this one out. You know, let's see what they have planned. Let's see what this master plan is. Do you know what I mean? And that they got covered, but. One thing's for certain: tomorrow is the 1st of July, the new fiscal year, the new financial year. There is no excuses anymore. It's as simple as that. You know, no more excuses. I don't want to hear any more excuses for the Glazers. Absolutely not. You know. Anyway, Sal, if you wanted to meet a United legend other than Ronaldo, who would you meet? Other than Ronaldo. Oh, there's loads I would like to meet. Anyone who was in the class of 92, I'd be happy to speak to. Yeah. I've spoken to a lot of them already. Over the years, I have spoken to a lot of them already. So, yeah. Here come Norway on the left-hand side. The number 20 here, Nusa. Nusa passes it in field. Obviously, Norway playing in all white today. Here it is on the left-hand side. Big chance for them. Great goal. Brilliant goal. Absolutely brilliant goal for Norway. 1-0 to Norway, guys. Absolute superb goal. Superb goal there. Here in the data saying Nusa, the guy I was talking about before the stream, guys. There's a player we can go after. Do you know what I mean? Absolutely brilliant goal. Bent it straight into the corner. Lovely goal for Norway. Where do we go from here? Let me just put this up. 1-0 to Norway, guys. Midway, we're almost in half time, 5 minutes to half time. 1-0. Sorry, Marcus. Where do we go from here? Every team will now ask premium players since we don't have to pay. I mean, they're meant to be the best in class, isn't it? You know, they're supposed to be the best in class. They're the ones who are supposed to know the answers, isn't it? At the end of the day, and that's what it is. We've just signed another Weghorst or midfielder, Bladio. Can you imagine? Best in class or no? It's not. They're nowhere near best in class. Absolutely not. Ahmed Diallo will win the match for his country. He's on the bench at the moment. He ain't even in the team right now. He's on the bench. You know, not even in the team. Strange, isn't it? You know. Let me see if I can find this. See if I can get this on. Have I missed the goal? Is it 1-1? It's 1-1, guys. Is it 1-1? Is it Douay? Nothing's come up yet. It was Odegaard who assisted the goal for Norway, by the way. Is it 1-1 yet? Don't think so. That was a great goal from Nusa, though, by the way. It wasn't goal. Is it a goal? It's not a goal. There's no goal here. There's no goal here. No, I'm watching on Todd, mate. Goal. Oh, I'm watching on Todd. TOD from BN. Gregory, that was a pretty curling shot into dough. Lovely shot it was. It was a lovely shot. It was a lovely shot. Yeah, it's just the lagging. It's lagging a little bit today. That's about it. But yeah, it's still 1-0 to Norway. It's not 1-1. I think the goal was disallowed. I did see it because my thing lagged, to be honest with you. Yeah, no fake scores, man. Don't know what you gain out of fake scores. What do you gain of it? I knew it weren't. I would have known. Good start for Norway in this game. Ivory Coast had a chance and didn't capitalize. It's not rocket science. You don't take your chances. You'll get burned. Ivory Coast has been dominating. Norway scored on their first chance at goal. Yeah, they've been dominating this game so far. What I've seen so far, yeah. As you said there, mate, you have to capitalize and you have to take the opportunity when you're given the opportunity. Here come Ivory Coast here on the right-hand side. They've got a big chance here. I don't know why they're not playing Ahmad. I feel like Ahmad would have done well in this game. Here they come again. Chance for Ivory Coast. Corner. I'm only 12 seconds ahead of you. Check your clock. I couldn't type it in and it lost fast before you watch it. So yeah, my clock's we're all on different times at the moment. So do you really think the World Cup 2 was rigged for Argentina? I think maybe as Di Maria got a penalty. Yeah, it was, mate. Handball on. You remember the handball against Holland, the red card? And it might be this as well this time. Someone's going to have to really beat Argentina to knock them out. They're going to have to beat them well. That's what's going to have to happen. You know, it's going to have to be like a proper slapping, you know what I mean, at the end of the day. Guys, it really does. Yeah. Politically, they're in the side of what they like, isn't it? Politically and stuff. And football's all about politics. You know, it really is. Cross comes in, punched away well by the goalkeeper. Ivory Coast have started very well, but they're just not putting the ball in the back of the net. To be honest with you, they got to try their best. It's Pepe. Comes in. Ugh. It's a goal kick. Is it a corner or goal kick? It's a corner to Ivory Coast. They got another corner. The World Cup was rigged in 2022. Yeah, allegedly it was. Yeah, it's pretty evident. The man who organised the World Cup in 2022 said he wants Messi to win it. There's enough for you right there. It was. Header. Ivory Coast came in a penalty. That's going to be a free kick to Norway. Of course, the winner of this plays France in the next round, guys. We're not that competent, Sniper Man. We won't do things like that because we're not competent enough to do that, unfortunately. I would loan Chido Abi Martin and players of that ilk, you know, but they won't do that. They won't make it happen, even though we should. They won't do it. That was acting. It should be a yellow card if it's diving. He ain't given a yellow card. Dewey on the floor. Thank you, everyone who's joined me today. I appreciate everyone in the stream, guys. Really appreciate you all, you legends, of course. Don't forget to smash a like on the stream. And don't forget to smash a like. Anthony Noosa's got a yellow card. Here. If he goes on loan to FC Cologne or any one of those teams, it would be good for him. It'd be good for his career. He needs to. And also other players in that squad as well. But at this moment in time, the way we're looking at things is like we need as many players as we can get. You know, our squad is so thin. It's unreal. I'm looking forward to seeing Chance. Oh, just wide. Was it a corner? I'm looking forward to seeing JJ Gabriel next season. Share Lacey again. I'm looking forward to seeing a couple of those. Jim Thwaites as well. That's a corner, no? That's definitely a corner. That looked like a corner. Yeah, that definitely looked like a corner there. It's not. It's a goal kick. It's a goal kick to Norway. Ivory Coast have responded well. Guys, don't forget I'm here tomorrow morning for the watch-along between Mexico and Ecuador. Of course, Mexico will play England, or Ecuador could play England if England get through, obviously, DR Congo tomorrow as well in the evening. We're doing that game as well. That should be a good game. So we've got a couple of games coming up tomorrow. It should be, we're getting into an interesting territory now, isn't it? It'd be lovely to see England against Mexico in the Azteca. That would be lovely. I haven't seen England in the Azteca for a long time. Do you know what I mean? Would I do Portugal watch along too? Depends what time they're playing. If they're playing at 1 o'clock, like my time, then no, or 12 o'clock my time, then no. I do the games the evening. I do the morning game, and I do the evening game, the afternoon game, or whatever it is. I do. So let me have a look. What time the game is on? So France are tonight, not that one. Portugal will kick off my time at 3 a.m. Sniper Man. 3 a.m. I will do the Switzerland, Algeria, and Egypt, Australia games. That's what I'm going to do on Friday. I'm traveling, guys. By the way, I'm traveling back to Italy on Saturday on the weekend, in the evening on the weekend. So I'll miss a couple of the games. Just to let you guys know, just a little heads up. I will miss a couple of the games because I will be traveling. Back to Italy. I'll be there for a month. So yeah, there'll be a couple of games I miss out. Don't miss me too much, guys. Yeah, it's 4:30 for you. Yeah, it's 3 o'clock for me. It's 3 o'clock for me. Um, yeah, so it's a very early game. It's too early. No, no chance. Um, I really do hope so. I would love to see Argentina against Portugal, Sniper Man. Wouldn't that be a game, huh? Wouldn't that be a game? Argentina against Portugal. Half time here, guys. 1-0 to Norway. Um, unfortunate, really, for Ivory Coast. They've been the better side throughout the first half. They are 1-0 up, and they've been the better side so far. But it all matters on that little score line on the top left of my screen, which says 1-0 to Norway. I think that's the only thing that matters, isn't it? You will miss the France game. I know the time stinks, so it should be a good watch. I'm not interested, mate. Honestly, I'll be honest. My health comes first. I'm doing a lot of watch-alongs. I'm not in England. I'm 3 hours ahead of everyone in England, and I'm not going to be doing that. No, I'm not doing silly o'clock. I'm also a married man. Let's not forget. You know. Sal, if Ronaldo wins the World Cup, will it still be a GOAT debate? He's already the GOAT, Sniper Man. He doesn't need to win a World Cup. He's already the GOAT. He does not need to win any glorified competition to prove that, in my opinion. So we are 1-0 up for Norway, guys. Big second half going to be coming up for Ivory Coast, guys. Big second half coming up from Ivory Coast. Saturday, Gregory. Saturday. I'm traveling on Saturday. Yeah. So I still got a lot to do as well. You know. Do you have Naples kits in your house? No, because I don't support them. I'm not Jim Ratcliffe who have a shirt just because I have this. That's about it. There you go. It's got the same hairline as me. Look at that. You know that's all I have. Yeah, but hopefully I'll catch the Sunday games. Hopefully I'll catch the Sunday games. Obviously, the time difference is a little bit iffy, especially with America. It's a little bit iffy. You know what I mean? Um, little bit iffy. You know. I already have Man United rare items. I have a George Best kit he wore. I have a Cantona shirt he wore. I don't need anyone else. In London. These things, man. Honestly. Big up everyone in the stream, guys. Thank you so much for joining me today. Please don't forget to smash a like on the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. If you can do that for me, that'd be absolutely fantastic. Thank you, everyone who continues to show support to the channel, guys. Really do appreciate it. Of course, I really do. We are halftime at the moment, 1-0 to Norway. On this day of anger, bigger Alex, how you doing? I hope you're well. On this day of frustration and anger and disappointment and whatnot, it is though, isn't it? You have to admit it is a lot of anger and disappointment. Do you know what I mean? Mexico, Ecuador in a late game tonight, overnight for you. Morning for me, Gregory. 5 in the morning. I'll be doing that one. It's 5 in the morning for me. Do they have full English breakfast in Naples? Not really, no. Don't know why you would want full English breakfast. Anyway, it's bad for you. No, they don't. I don't. I only in Naples. I'll probably just have a coffee or something in the morning. I don't eat in the morning. I don't. I eat about 12. The first thing I eat is about the earliest is 12 p.m. I don't eat breakfast and stuff. So if the finals England Portugal, who do you support? England. I'm English, Sniper Man. I don't support countries I'm not born in. Simple as that. You know. Yeah, tomorrow's 8 p.m. Greg. Yeah. Tomorrow's 8 p.m. So that's a nice kickoff for me, Greg. That's a nice kickoff for me. However, when England go through, if England go through to the next round, the next game's at 1 a.m. that they will play. You know, it's at 1 a.m. This thing is annoying me. This BBC. Oh, I got this. If England go through, yes. If Portugal go through as well, you know, nobody's guaranteed anything. Never say that you're guaranteed. I'm sure Germany and Holland thought they were going to go through today. They didn't, did they? You always have to say if. You don't say when. Snipers from India, I think. Would Anthony Nusa be perfect for Manchester United once we got the midfield sorted out? Yeah. Once we get the midfield sorted out, it'd be perfect. But we got to get the priority positions sorted out before anything else. You know what I mean? That's what I would say. Definitely get the priority positions fixed, and then we can move on from there. You know, 100%. Are Ivory Coast gonna equalize in this game, guys? What's gonna happen in this game? Is it gonna be 1-1, or is it gonna be 1-0 or 2-0 to Norway? We'll wait and see. We'll wait with anticipation, guys. That's what we're waiting for. Ivory Coast had, Norway had more possession of the ball. They had 56.2%. Norway, Ivory Coast had 43% of the ball. So, yeah, not very great possession-wise. It is what it is. Let me see if I can get this up. Dun, 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 dun. Who do you think will be our backup goalkeeper? I haven't got a clue at the moment, to be honest with you. There's Darlow, but he's not going to leave. Croatia is not easy out, and that's who Portugal will play this round. Croatia's not easy, even though England smashed them. Alex, do you think the Three Lions will make it through? Yes, but it won't be easy. It'll be a hard game, hard-fought game. You know, too many commercials, mate, in this tournament. Absolutely, way too many commercials in this tournament. Crying out loud, it's crazy how many commercials in this tournament. Yeah, it's awful. It's frustrating. Let me have a look at something. There is way too many commercials. Absolutely. Just waiting for the second half to start, guys. Should be underway in a second. I'm just trying to set up my TV. My TV's giving me problems today, so I'm just bear me a second whilst I try and fix it up. Absolutely. There's an accounts accessibility. Big up everyone. So many commercials, absolutely, guys. Lots and lots of commercials, and very frustrating. Yes. Let me just see this. Forgiveness. Asking for forgiveness. Let me see this. Okay. See if we can watch it on here. Gregory, they are finally taking a break from the commercials to bring in some interview content. That would be better, wouldn't it? And there's some interviews and things like that. You know, a little bit of insight about the game. That would be more better. Absolutely, yeah. It would be better. 100%. And we're back to commercials. I know a lot of it's going on at the moment. Sal, did you see Pletigo reported Fernandez rejected the opportunity to play for us, which is informed by the players' reps, is a lie, mate. Don't fall for that nonsense, mate. Don't fall for that nonsense. It's a lie. It's a lie. He hasn't rejected anything. Man United didn't go in for him. That's again Glazonomics, Sniper Man. That's again Glazonomics. He didn't reject anyone. Why would he reject Man United in the Champions League? Be real. It doesn't make any sense. A 30-second interview followed by a commercial. I mean, that's crazy, man. I'll be honest with you. It is crazy. Yeah. Yeah. We got everyone in the stream. We're waiting for the game to kick off, second half. There's lots of delays as well in regards to the restarting of the second halves as well and stuff like that. A lot of restarts and starting up and restarts and everything like that. You know what I mean? But, you know, as this tournament has proven, just because you take the lead doesn't mean you're going to win the game. Alex, the US commercial central, absolutely. What about those penalties, guys, from Holland? Some of the worst penalties, and Morocco, some of the worst penalties I've ever seen. You know? Some of the worst penalties I've ever seen. Yeah, it was probably the worst penalty shootout I've seen in a very, very long time. Honestly. A very, very long time. Guys. Yeah, from next week, I will be doing the rest of the tournament from Italy, guys. I will be doing it from there. I will be, as I am every that time of year, every single year, and obviously still bringing you Breaking Dawn every single morning as well. You know, so I can't wait for it. Look forward to it. Yeah, some of those. I'm looking back at the penalties. Some of them were absolutely dreadful. To be honest with you, really, really bad. I'm like a mechanic here, you know. I liked the referee from Holland versus Morocco. He didn't have hand out yellows. Yeah, but there was nothing that justified a yellow yesterday. That's the thing. You know, he did hand out yellows, but there's nothing to justify yellows. Today, there's justification for yellows. You know, he gave out a red the other day, that referee. Right, we are ready finally, guys. We're finally ready to get it on. Can Ivory Coast equalize? Do they have it in them to equalize, guys? Let's wait and see. Let's wait and see. That it'll be Norway kicking off the second half. And we are underway. Underway here. Ivory Coast have it all to play for. Just to let you know, is there any substitutions? Just to let you know, nothing at the moment. Everyone is cool. No substitutions. No substitutions. That's cool. Nil-nil. And the last 1-0 to Norway in the last 32 of this World Cup, guys. 'They need. I think they need Ahmed Diallo. Definitely Sam on the game. They do need Ahmed Diallo. I think it'll add a different dimension to their play. I really do. I think they should. I think they should bring him on. Definitely, 100%. I think they should bring him on. They might bring him on a little bit later in the game. Mandem, we should have already sorted out our midfield. Now teams will ask for premium. Yeah, that's the vibe, isn't it? At the moment, you know what I mean. It's crazy, but people, people see this, and the other teams are going to see this and think that Man United are desperate. Man United need, stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? At the end of the day, but yeah, it's just crazy, guys. It really is. It really is. Now let me just put this up.
Oh, yeah, he's too expensive. He's going to Man City. But you've told us. Mateus Fernandes is signing for Tottenham. What a bunch of prats. He's bad enough losing to Spurs in a Europa League final. Now we've lost them into a bloody transfer race. What's going on? 9 months. Elliot Anderson. He's the priority. He's the player. Elliot Anderson. Oh, yeah, he's too expensive. He's going to Man City. But you've told us for 9 months he's the priority. Yeah, the data said it, but the bank said no. And we listened to the bank. Okay, we're going for Mateus Fernandes now because the data says him. Mateus Fernandes. Yeah, we're not going for that one either. What? You've told us about 2 players now. March, it was Tonali. That's 3 players that are perfect for us, but you're walking away for money. Oh, yeah, but Plan F, that was the real quiz, was it? Frey Bentos, what a load of shite. Mateus Fernandes is signing for Tottenham. What a bunch of prats. He's bad enough losing to Spurs in a Europa League final. Now we've lost them into a bloody transfer.
I feel it, man. At least with Mark, he's been consistent with it, isn't it? At least Mark Golby's been consistent. He has consistently called out the Glazers and Ineos, despite his deal and everything like. It's a corner to Ivory Coast here. It's a corner to Ivory Coast. It's a small goalkeeper, to be honest with you. There's a lot of wrestling in the box. Diomande will take the corner. I think it's Diomande. Yeah, it's Diomande who'll be taking the corner. I think so, yeah. He's going to PSG. Good luck to him, At least he's not going Liverpool. That's a good thing, isn't it? At least he's not going there, I would say. It's a corner kick coming in for Ivory Coast. Cross comes in, headed away. Back in there. 50 minutes gone, guys. Still 1-0 to Norway. Norway are looking like more of a counter-attacking sort of team at the moment. Ivory Coast has truly dominated this game. I'll be honest, guys. They have really dominated this game. Long ball out here wide. Do you think so, Beef Bully? Fingers crossed. That would be hilarious if they got knocked out by Cape Verde. Don't think it's going to happen. But you never know. You never know in football, as we've seen strange things, haven't we, in football over the years, haven't we? 100%. Mandem, is it true Spurs were given 255 away, so these cheapskates were never paying that? Yeah, probably. Look, at this moment in time, what Spurs are doing, Spurs know what they have to do. Spurs know that they're not in the Champions League. They're not attractive as Man United. So they need to buy players with money. They need to attract players with money. And this is exactly what's happened here. And Man United haven't even come in with an offer. You know, basically, they just run away. That's all they've done. So as Mark said there in the video that I shared, that, you know, what are we going after? That it's the choice F, G, H. What choice are we going after? And you have to say that. Do you know what I mean? You have to be critical and say what's going on. Like Spurs obviously are buying the player through money. That's what it is. He's gone to Spurs through money. That's it. But at the same time, he's going to be looking at it and saying, well, Man United are not in for me. So what am I going to do? You know, if Man United are not in for me, then I'll just go to Spurs. That's a poor kick. Straight over the bar from Kessie. Yeah, that was a poor strike. Someone in the crowd is happy. They got the ball. It is, Alex. It's very criminal from the Glazers. Yeah, it is very clear, very, very criminal. Come on, Senate. Come on, Ivory Coast. You got to get that equalizer, man. Homegrown with the throw for Norway. Controlled here by Haaland. Haaland's been out of the game so far. I haven't seen much of Haaland so far in this game. He's been quite out of the game. I haven't seen much of him. Big up everyone in the stream, by the way. Don't forget to smash the like on the video and all that jazz. Be absolutely fantastic. Still 1-0 to Norway. We're about 38 minutes to go, 36 minutes to go, or 37 minutes to go, roughly about that time. Here in Texas, Houston, Texas, or Dallas, Texas, should I say. We're in Dallas, Texas today. Very tired. I'm up early as well tomorrow for the Watchalong for Mexico and Ecuador. I expect Mexico to win that game, but you never know. Here come Norway. Norway have pressed well and they've counterattacked here. They've got a chance here. Players open. Cross comes in and it's too high for Haaland. It was too high for Haaland, but they lost it there, Ivory Coast. And there was a good break on there for an opportunity there for Norway, but they lost it. Here's Ivory Coast keeping the ball here, keeping it calm. Here, of course. Yan Diomande is having a good game. Alex, if we sign Chouamini, it would be decent. It would be a decent signing. You know what I mean? And but obviously, it has to be. There has to be more. There has to be more than just Chouamini. You know. Or maybe they are getting Chouamini, and we're only getting one midfielder as well, one more midfielder. Chance for him. Another chance. Oh, it's well safe, and a goalkeeper nearly 1-1 between Ivory Coast and Norway. They've lost the ball here, but it should have been 1-1. The goalkeeper did well, stood firm. I think Ahmad would have buried that one. I think he would have buried that if that was Ahmad. Big up SCB, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. I think Mexico is playing in Monday, Monterrey, a pretty city in between. Yeah, I've seen it a couple of times, Gregory. It's a nice scenery. Yeah, I've seen it. They played yesterday there. The game yesterday was played there. The game we covered yesterday. Do you want Carrot to go to 4-2-3-1? That's what he plays for FCB. Carrot plays a 4-2-3-1, mate. That's what he does. He's always played a 4-2-3-1. He plays it already. Monterey is lovely. Yeah, it looks lovely. I was watching Hangover today. You know the film Hangover, and they went to Tijuana, and I was thinking of Tijuana because was it Iran was staying in Tijuana when they were during this World Cup. No worries, FCB. You don't need to be sorry, mate. It's all right. Chance for Ivory Coast. Chance for Ivory Coast. Nothing there. Big up everyone in the stream. Here come Norway on the attack. Nusa passes it in there in field. Still no substitutions, though. One thing about it, no substitutions as we speak. No one's made a change, which is a little bit surprising, especially for Ivory Coast. I think they do need to make a change, definitely. I think they should make a change. It's a free kick to Norway. I watched all three. I watched two at the weekend. I watched them loads of times, Greg. Probably, but I watched the third one today. Again, after I just love those films, man. I just love those films. I think they need to make another one. But one of the actors doesn't want to do it. One of the actors doesn't want it. It's a free kick to Norway. Are they going to make it 2-0? I want this World Cup to end so we can down to business with the leagues. Yeah. Big opportunity there for Norway. Good play from the goalkeeper. Goalkeeper did well. It was a good free kick for Norway in the danger position, but they hang on there, Ivory Coast. They're still in the game. It's still only 1-0. I would definitely bring on Ahmad in this second half. I think they need to do that. I think this game is crying out for Ahmad to come on. Here come Ivory Coast. Corner again to Ivory Coast. Proper films. You know, one thing I like about it, Gregory, is the cast. I think the cast just so good. The cast are just so good. It's unbelievable how well the cast was put together. They need to make another one, 100%. I just responded to your full FCB. Poor shot from Ivory Coast. They're shooting from. They're getting desperate from shooting from range. It's going to be 1-0 at the moment. It's half an hour to go here, guys. Still 1-0 to Norway. Great goal from Nusa in the first half. Ivory Coast have been, in general, the better side, but better sides don't win games. You have to put the ball in the back of the net, isn't it? You know. They are making a change here. Ivory Coast Wahi, I believe. Is he come on? Yeah, Bonnie's come off, and Ali Wahi has come on. Wahi, who plays for Nice, of course, Jim Ratcliffe. Team guys, he's on. The Glazers are greedy to don't invest in the principle of the player acquisition. That will be the lifeblood to United way. Exactly, Alex. I agree. Who will win the Premier League? I'm not saying nothing right now. I'm going to do my prediction show at the beginning of the season. Big up, Marcus. Hope you're doing well. It was an amazing goal. Jay's a good player. JDC Nusa. Many teams should be looking at him. Good player, good personality, good skill, quick, and he's got a cross in him as well. I think a lot of teams should really go for him. Should be looking at him. Absolutely, JDC. Yeah, there should be teams looking at him. Spot on, guys. Absolutely. We've got about half an hour here, guys. Still 1-0 to Norway. 1-0 to the Norwegians. But Ivory Coast, they've got something here. They're playing well. Just can't get that ball in the back of the net here. Yandy Amande on the left. Here, what can he do? Lose the ball. That's what he can do. He can lose the ball. He's put his team under pressure here. Dancing Car. Big up Dancing Car again. Big up yourself. Can you imagine Tyler Adams Sanderberg coming in? My goodness me. Talk about the bearer of bad news, Dancing Car. Here come cleared away, well defended again from Norway. Norway, to be fair, have been defending pretty well in this game so far. They've limited Ivory Coast to only a few shots here and there. But at this moment in time, Ivory Coast are going out of the World Cup if they don't find a goal, guys. So they need to try and find a goal. A lot of huff and puff in regards to, but no end product, to be honest with you. Sangare with the ball. Nice little intricate pass. Almost an own goal. Oh, I thought it was going to be an own goal. Yeah, Ahmed Diallo's on, guys. Just to let you know, Olui of the midfielders come on. Ahmed Diallo, come on, Ahmed. Show them what you can do, Ahmed. Come on, mate. Show them what you can do. Yandy Amade is going to take the corner for Ivory Coast. Côte d'Ivoire. We're going to take the corner. Gregory, I still have a dream that ownership won't leave Carrick out to foul. Carrick's been set up to foul, Greg. It's just like Amorim, just like Ten Hag. They'll all be set up to foul because of this board. And that's what it is. And everyone blames the manager. I've said this for years now. If Carrick fouls, which looks likely the way things are going in the transfer market, people are going to turn on Carrick quicker than you can imagine. They turn on Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Cross comes in. Here we go. Ivory Coast. Chance. Oh, they need to get that ball correct. Another one. Cleared away. Yeah, that was close there. They just need to be a little bit more clinical, Ivory Coast. They need to be a little bit more clinical. At the moment, they can't get that break, can they? They can't get the break going on. Big up everyone on the stream. Smash those lights, guys, on the stream. If we get the lights up, that'd be fantastic. And we'll be back tomorrow morning, of course, for the watch along between Mexico and Ecuador. Should be an interesting game. Long ball here. Keeper did well. Keeper did well there. Keeper's looking good, guys. What about him as a backup keeper? What about him? He's done well this game. Good ball on the right wing for Norway to attack. It's going to be a corner for Norway. A welcome relief for Norway here. It was Agbadu who conceded the corner for the Ivory Coast. Age is playing pretty well. The Brentford centre back. He's a good player. 28-year-old though. Sanderberg isn't having the best game, but Patrick Berg has been decent for Norway. For Ivory Coast, I think Conan, the left back, has been good. Doué's been good. Diamande's had his moments. No grappling, says the referee. I was never on Carrick train, but I will support him. This club needs a manager like Klopp who can change club from top to bottom. A lot of people would struggle, I'll be honest, JDC, with this ownership. They would struggle. Do you know what I mean? And a lot of people would. Oh, how Norway haven't scored there, I will never know. I will never know how they haven't scored there. My goodness me. That's crazy. That should have been 2-0. Ahmad's in the game. Good vibes. Ahmad is in the game. So Ivory Coast have a chance. I don't know what they're looking at. There's some sort of VAR going on at the moment, but nothing. Nothing given. Focus on this game, Ivory Coast. Just need they're only 1-0 down. It could have been 2-0, but they're only 1-0 down. You never know. They just need that equalizer. If it's 2-0, is it 2-0? Just watching this attack. Could this be game over? No, it's offside. Alex, we should not be scared of spending. I get it that they want to save wages, but the fact if we don't get transfers, we want us. They basically do this every window. This is the thing. There was no 2-0. The ball wasn't even put in the net. No fake scores, guys. A little bit, no fake scores on the stream. What I would say is this, right? You got to invest to earn money. If you want your team to be successful, you got to invest and you have to spend money. It's just the way it is. It's the nature of the beast, isn't it? At the end of the day, you have to spend money if you want to be successful. And in turn, the long term, you will earn. You know what I mean? Alex, we can't keep plastering over. Yeah, and we can't keep going in with uncompleted windows. Do you know what I mean? It's because every single time it seems like we don't complete the window. We don't complete what we set out to do. Do you know what I mean? And this is the problem. Big up, everyone. Infantino is irritating. He annoys me, Infantino. Don't like the guy. It's because something about him doesn't sit right with me, if you know what I mean. It's just something about him I don't like. You know what I mean? Still 1-0 to Norway. Hydration break. The thorn in the World Cup side, to be honest with you. I'm not enjoying these hydration breaks, to be honest with you. Definitely not. Be back. Big up the legends in the house. We overpaid for player from Rashford, Sancho, and others, but this board now wants to overcorrect and just pay low wages and mid-table mentality. Yeah, you could argue that with just the Glazers, we actually spent money. With Ineos, they're broke. We're in a worse situation. Like, just because you get it wrong, Bob is coming on, as well as Schlederup, guys. That's how you pronounce his name. Good player, Schlederup, guys. I like that player coming on. Very good player. Oscar Bob's coming on for Alexander Sorlov. Schlederup is coming on. Noosa is coming off. A bit shocking change, that one, but yeah, like for like, so to speak. Just because you spend badly in the past doesn't mean you don't spend now. It's just, it's just you spent badly. That's it. Now you have to start spending good. And everyone knows you don't stop spending. This is the idea that we have. But this is a Glazer. This is Ineos. Ineos, people warned us about Ineos before. They warned us of what they're like. Here comes Ivory Coast. Still 1-0 to Norway. It was a well blocked. Norway defending very well in this game. I'll give them that. I'll give Norway that. They're defending very well in this game. They're very tight in defense. That's good. That's a good thing for them. But they could have scored their Ivory Coast. They've had the best chances. Look, we overpaid for Rooney at the time. Today's standards, it would be 120 million with it. Yeah, you have to pay. You have to pay for quality. Look, what about Rio Ferdinand, Alex, and players like that? You have to overpay for quality. What about Roy Keane? When Nottingham Forest got relegated and we paid a record fee for Roy Keane. You don't get everything right, but it doesn't mean that you don't spend. The problem is we've been owned by incompetent people. Now we apparently got the best in class, so they should know what the next best player is coming up. Everyone can see Mateus Fernandes is going to be a fantastic player. Everyone can see it. Everyone knows that Mateus Fernandes is going to be a fantastic player. Everyone knows Owa Bawardi is going to be a fantastic player. Anderson is going to be a fantastic player. Everyone knows, but apart from us, like, we're on this sort of we're not going to spend any money. We're not going to be held to ransom. Crap, And the only reason, guys, let me just clarify something. The only reason we spent a lot of money, in the past is because we waited and we waited and we waited until the last minute, right? And then obviously the price of the player inflates. That's why we spent a lot of money. It was our own doing. It's because of us. Everyone could have told Ineos and the Glazers that Harry Maguire is not worth 80 million. Everyone could have said that. He's not worth 80 million. Ahmed! What a goal! He scored. There you go. That's what I'm talking about. I told you he should have come on. Ivory and Messi has done it again. Ahmed has done it again. Another Man United player. Great goal. Great goal. Great goal. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Great goal. Come on. Wicked goal. That's what we're saying. I knew he should have played. Just leaving him off the pitch. Great goal. Great bit of play. Superb. It was a great goal. Had to be a United player, as usual. But as I said, Ahmad's really good coming off the bench. I've said this for a long time. I've said this for a very long time. Ahmad is really good coming off the bench. He causes so many problems when he comes off the bench and he has that pace about him. He's so good. You know what I mean? And I think we're missing a trick there. I really do. You know, I think we're really missing a trick there. But there you go. It's 1-1. And now Ivory Coast are in the ascendancy. It clearly demanded him. We were saying that at the beginning of the game. It needed him to come on, you know, but it's good that he came on because he was fresh. Now, you know, now he's fresh. He's going to cause Norway lots of problems, you know. 1-1, guys. It's true. That could be a point, JDC. Yeah, could be a point. Definitely. One, guys. 75 minutes gone. Are we going to get the third extra time in a row? Is that going to happen? Could do, you know. Norway hadn't have to play again. Norway sat back. Norway were inviting pressure on themselves. This is the thing. Norway were sitting back. They were the ones inviting all the pressure. Yeah, Ahmed's done very well for them. I mean, I was shocked he was left out today. He's been probably their best player, in my opinion. You know what I mean? Haaland has done nothing in this game so far. Absolutely. He needs service. That's Haaland, isn't he? He's a bit like Harry Kane. He needs service. You know, same thing. Same thing. Big up. Haaland does not do anything without a good delivery. Anybody criticizes him and people are quick to pile on CR7. True. Exactly. CR7's a legend, mate. You know. Absolute legend. Alex, as much as I want us to do well in the Champions League, I don't think it is sustainable with United in this current form. We need to do better, bolster our bench. We have to believe in it. We have to believe. We can't give up. We can't give up on guys. It helps. You should keep the dye in his hair. I don't want to be a consistent top 4 team. I want to be a championship challenging team. I don't care about top 4. I don't want to be a consistent top 4 team. That's a Glazonomic, Ineos, Glinios sort of mentality. This league is weak. We should be challenging for it. We shouldn't be aiming to a consistent top 4 team. We should go for every single trophy. And Manchester United, you're falling into the Glinios trap, JDC. Exactly that. We've fallen down. Oh, we've been no. We fight. you know, every single year. I'm fed up of waiting 13, 15 years to be somebody. No, man. Absolutely not. I don't want to hear anything about top 4 or giving excuses already for the Champions League. No, man. No, but you don't even talk like that. I'll say that. Don't even talk like that. We better be. That's all I would say. We better be in that top 4 conversation and that top 2 conversation because we came 3rd last season. If we're not, then they just need to leave. It's as simple as that. Because whilst we accept it, if we accept it, which we are by the sounds of that, you know, we're gonna foul it. We. I want to be both EPL winning club and champions. That's how Man United should be. That's what I was raised on. I was raised on that, man. I'm not saying that we should become a consistent top 4. I don't care about top 4. I don't think anyone cares about top 4. Only Glazers and Ineos care about top 4. I don't care about it. Honestly. Not interested. Still 1-1, guys, here. About 8 minutes to go. We're going to get another extra time, aren't we? We're going to get another extra time. Crying out loud. Let me just see something. We should be City should fall off with more with Pep leaving, and no team other than City are stable currently. This ball drives me crazy. Sal Mateus going to Tottenham. I think, yeah, Kevin, you're about the 1,000th person to tell me that, my bro. I know. I know. What can I say? It's predictable, isn't it? You know, we're frustrated. All of us are annoyed and frustrated. You know, 6 minutes to go, guys. Another bloody extra time in another dead average game. It has been Norway's ever since the goal. To be honest, it has been Norway. They're the win, but I do believe that Ivory Coast overall in this game, Ivory Coast deserve to win. In my opinion, they've been the better side. They've been the more adventurous side. They've been the one who's been wanting to win, you know, and stuff. That's what it is. Here comes Odegaard. They are a waste, JDC. This is why we always have to put the pressure on them. Always. Because they are a waste. And they know what was going on. Do you know what I mean? We do, Ephraim. We do have so many accountants. That's what I'm talking about. We have too many accountants, too many people worrying about what we're spending, what we're not spending. What's the difference between spending an extra 10 million? Do you know what I mean? It is a clown show, child. It is a clown show. It's a clown show, man. Do you see? I see a few teams, African teams, in the quarterfinals. Beef, I do. I think Morocco have been excellent. I think Morocco, for me, have been excellent. I think Ivory Coast are playing very well too. It's not an easy game against Norway, so I think Morocco, Ivory Coast have been phenomenal. I think Senegal are always dangerous. I know they haven't performed in this tournament so far, but they're always going to be dangerous, you know. Yeah, absolutely. I predicted this before the tournament. You know, obviously I did the watch along for the African nation. You know, so I know about these teams stuff. You know, Congo tomorrow, England against Congo. Congo will represent a different challenge for England. It will be more and up 2-1 to Norway. They've done it. Haaland has scored. Crying out loud, Haaland has scored. 2-1 to Norway. Goal for Haaland inside the box. And goodness, Patrick Berger with the assist. Patrick Berg with the assist. Goal. Who else could it have been? But he has been absent the whole game. But he has got the winner, guys. He's got the winner. Not poor Senegal. They've been playing so well, but they couldn't defend, could they? Just for a little bit longer. Substitution coming on for Ivory Coast. Diakite is coming on. Unbelievable here. Yeah, that's sad. That's sad for them. 2-1 down. 2-1 down. Is with his left foot into the back of the net. They couldn't hold on, could they? Now we've got a few minutes of injury time. We've got a few minutes of the game left plus injury time. Probably about 6 minutes of injury time. Yeah, just defensively, just not there. Yeah, a bigger Ephraim. Thoughts on Mateus? I personally would have I would have paid 75 million, 10 million because that Alex Scott will cost the same. Alex Scott's going to cost the same. So whoever we get, it's guys. You know, whoever we get, it's going to cost around that money. If you want quality, you're going to have to pay for it, isn't it? Left up. Big up. That was a bad finish, but it went in. Yeah, it doesn't matter how, isn't it? As long as it goes in, doesn't it? Do you know what I mean? As long as it goes in. Can Ivory Coast equalize? Can they show some character? And there's me thinking every time Haaland got the ball, he scored 100%, like on a Saturday week in, week out. He will score. He always does. He's inevitable, Haaland, isn't he? Another one that slipped through Man United's fingers, as we know. He's inevitable, definitely inevitable. Our fans talk like they get a good player for 40 million this market. They're idiots. Yeah, honestly, I'll be honest. They're idiots. They just don't understand what it takes to be successful, and then how much money we can make by spending. You know, if you invest, you know, we got more chance, isn't it? If you invest, you know. We got injury time. We're into injury time, guys. We're into injury time. Sad for them. It is sad for Ivory Coast, but it's not over yet. They've got some time left. It's not over yet. Seven minutes of injury time. Got about 6 minutes to go. Can Ivory Coast save their World Cup aspirations here? Can they save themselves here? They're going to have to try it. Otherwise, they're going out. There's no way we're going to get quality. Like, that's why we got Edison, because he was cheap and easy. I said it. Like, people don't want to admit it, but we got Edison because he was cheap and easy. We can talk all the names we want. We could throw all the names out there. We can't even defeat Spurs for signing of a player. You know. I can see Michael Carrick not surviving as Man United managers are. Probably not. No manager will, Kevin. You know, under this ownership, no manager will survive this nonsense. Do you know what I mean? Probably not. And the problem is with the fan base, they're going to blame Carrick. They're not going to blame the board. They're going to forget about this window, and they're going to blame Carrick as they do all the time. They won't blame the board and the ineptness and stuff like that. You know. You got everyone. Lefa, hopefully we don't go for Blaber. The fact that Brighton could have asked 100 million is scary, and we compare overpaying a little for Fernandes to overpaying for a bad playing Blaber. If we manage to do the Blaber deal, Lefa, it will just typify everything we are about, which is not a serious football club. Actually, we're a joke of a football, but we're hilarious. If we paid anything above 50 million for a Blaber who's not performed, you know. England needs to score first tomorrow. Yes, it's a difficult game against Congo. It's going to be a tight game. I think it's going to be like a defensive kind of game. Definitely, they do need to score first. 100%. Yeah, they do. I would say 100%. Yeah, they need to score first in that game. Yeah, looking forward to that game. We'll be doing that game tomorrow. We'll be doing Mexico as well, guys. Tomorrow, Mexico and Ecuador. Don't forget to join me for that. Be great to have you here. Big up, everyone. We are almost finished here, guys. In this game, we've got 3 minutes to go. It's still 2-1 to Norway, courtesy of Haaland's scruffy finish right at the death. Bazumana Torre is on. Guys, Bazumana Torre of Hoffenheim, of course, has been linked to Manchester United as well. It's a good chance to see some of these players. Unfortunately, it's in the circumstances. Goal kick from Ivory Coast. Three minutes ago of Ivory Coast. Are they going to save themselves in this tournament? Are they going to save themselves in this tournament? No, thank you, Carlos Baleba. Have you noticed how similar Baleba and Ugarte stats are? They're probably going to be a cardboard cutout of each other, Lefa. Definitely, 100%. They're definitely going to be very similar. I mean, we can read the red flags now, We don't even need anyone to, the way JDC, the way some channel talk about Edison after signing was ridiculous. They were saying he is like Rodri. Oh my god. Isn't it the same people who didn't even speak about Edison for a whole year? Nobody's spoken about Edison. Everyone knows that Edison is a little bit overrated. But, whatever. I wish him the best. I wish him the best. You see how they try to promote mediocrity? You see how they try to justify Ineos? It's ridiculous. They're pathetic. They really are. I'll be honest, guys. The way they're trying to justify everything that they do is crazy, man. It really is. It really is mad. We got 2 minutes to go, guys. Can Ivory Coast save themselves here? About 1 minute to go. Save from Nyland. It's a free kick to Ivory Coast. In a danger position here. What can they do here? Ahmad standing over the ball. Great save from Nyland. That was fantastic save. Fantastic save there. It was a great save. The goalkeeper's done very well for Norway, man. That goalkeeper's done incredibly well. We should sign him as a backup goalkeeper. What he's done incredibly well for them. Ahmed will take the corner. Cross comes in. It's a great save. Jay, I just got home and see here it goes. If Spurs, what the fuck is that about get Ineos out of our club? It's utter shambles. Yep. I agree. Yeah. We've got about 10 seconds of Ivory Coast's World Cup here. It's going to end in tears. They have to do something quick. It's a corner. Ahmad's going to be taken. They need to get everyone up. The goalkeeper, everybody needs to come up. The goalkeeper is coming up. They've got one chance left. One chance left for Ivory Coast. Full time, guys. It's over. It's over. Ivory Coast are out of the World Cup. Norway progress to the last 16, guys. Commiserations to Ivory Coast. Congratulations to Norway. They will be playing France or Sweden in the next round of the tournament, guys. Congratulations to them. They're through to the last 16. Congratulations to them. They will play France or Sweden. It looks likely France, but you never know, in the next round of the tournament. Well played to Norway. Unlucky for Ivory Coast. Great tournament from them, guys. Absolutely. Jay, there will be no target soon if they go. Yeah, exactly that. We're going to run out, Jay. I said this before, Jay. We're going to run out, mate. We're going to run out of players to sign. You know, unlucky for them, but it is Norway who go through to the last 16. They progress to the last 16, guys. Unlucky to Ivory Coast, guys. Absolutely. I will be back, guys, early in the morning, break of dawning, of course, for the watch along between Mexico and Ecuador, guys. I hope you all can join me for that one. Of course, I'm going to be reacting as well on Breaking Dawn. Everything Manchester United, everything going on with Man United in this world, guys, and trying to separate the nonsense and basically, talk about the people who are gaslighting them, and it's ridiculous. Other than Chouamini, the target isn't in left. There's Bowardi, there's Stiller, there's Alex Scott. There's a few players out there, but are we going to get them? This is the thing. Do you know what I mean? And there are players out there good enough, in my opinion, who can improve Man United. Big up Ephraim, big up everyone. Thank you to legends who's joined me today. I really appreciate you all, of course, every single day. I enjoy this. Thank you so much. Enjoy having you guys here. Thank you for your support, guys. And I will be back tomorrow for the watch along between Mexico and Ecuador, and obviously England and Congo tomorrow as well. But United has not made any contact with them. They have. It's whether you act upon the content. I don't speak on absolutes. I don't speak on trust me, bruv. You know what I mean? I actually have contacts. I know that they have. But it's whether they make a bid or not. That's the difference. They are very aware of these players. But there's a difference between being aware and being interested and making a move. But they have aware and the players are aware of it. But it's whether you go for it. You know what I mean? At the end of the day. Thank you, everyone. Good luck to France or Sweden as well. Take it easy. Have a great day, everyone. And listen, don't stress too much, I would say. I know it's easy for me to say. I know it's annoying. I know it's been a frustrating evening. Couldn't really enjoy the game, really, because of everything that's been going on, isn't it? And stuff around everything surrounding Manchester United. Can't really enjoy it because the frustration out there is crazy, guys. Absolutely. It's annoying. And I don't blame anyone for it. I really don't. Absolutely not. Absolutely. Thank you, everyone. See you tomorrow's game, and have a great night, evening, morning, wherever you are in the world. Take it easy, guys. Peace.